It's actually been a while since I've recorded a review in a robe that I actually almost forgot that I used to do this. But if you are an OG of the channel, you know exactly what me wearing this robe means for this movie and this review. And welcome to my Safe Gayven, everybody. Thank you guys so much for clicking on another video and joining me here on the Black Gay Comic Geek channel. If this is one of your first time checking out one of my videos, I'll explain the robe in a bit. Or if you're not an OG of the channel, you've been subscribed for a little bit. Either way, thank you guys so much for rocking with the channel. But let me introduce myself for the first timers. My name is Michael. I call myself the Black Gay Comic Geek. And I always say the things that I love to talk about on my channel has blood, sex, gore, and magic, or any variation of the four. So I talk about superheroes, fantasy, comic book movies, action movies, horror movies. And of course, I like to talk about black representation and queer representation. So if that's something that you're interested in, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Guys, if you haven't seen my last video, I've just passed a milestone that I've always wanted to reach on this channel since I've joined YouTube in 2019 of passing over 9,000 so I could do the Dragon Ball Z reference. It's over 9,000. So let's continue to push this momentum. Let's continue this upward trajectory of my channel so I can hit 10,000 and continue to grow 20, 30, 40, 100,000, 1 billion subscribers. But with that said, guys, let's give a little bit of backstory. When I first started my channel and reviewed my channel, anytime I came across a movie that was just absolutely garbage, I would start the video off by wearing this robe. And so if you saw me in this robe, even before I said a word, you already knew what I thought about the movie. And after I watched this movie, I remembered and I was just like, you know what? Let me bring this back because I haven't done this in a while. But spoiler alert for what I thought about Venom. But we're going to get into why. So let's talk non-spoilers for Venom: The Last Dance. But with that said, really quickly, I want to give a quick shout out to Sony Pictures and my friend Gotham Geek Girl, Nadia, for allowing me to go to the red carpet world premiere of Venom: The Last Dance. So I got to see it early. But with that, the synopsis of Venom: The Last Dance is Eddie and Venom on the run face pursuit from both worlds. As circumstances tighten, they're compelled to make a heart-wrenching choice that could mark the end of their symbiotic partnership. I feel like that's kind of a terrible synopsis, but that's the official synopsis. But basically, if you watch the trailer, or if you haven't watched the trailer, basically Venom and Eddie are being hunted. When it says both worlds, they're being hunted by the government and they're being hunted by the creator of the symbiotes, Null. But this action figure right here, this is Null. Again, like I mentioned, he is the creator and the god of the symbiotes. He was also featured in this major comic book event, a really good comic book event called The King in Black. And being that he is so powerful, he is the god of the symbiotes, it basically took the entire Marvel Comics universe of superheroes, the X-Men, the Avengers, Fantastic Four, Iron Man, Black, all of them to take out Null. Silver Surfer, like everybody to take out Null. So when it was announced that Null was going to be in this movie, I was just like, how is Venom going to take out Null by himself? Like, considering how powerful he was in the comics, like, that's crazy. But, yeah, let's get into this movie. Okay, so I am going to start this review positively first. I would say the best thing about the Venom movies, and the thing that does keep, I would say, most of us invested and most of us willing to come back, is the acting performance of Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock and Venom, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he does voice Venom as well. Yup, I just looked it up. Tom Hardy does voice Venom. And so the chemistry and the relationship between those two, like, it's fun. It's nice to watch. I wish he was in a much better movie. But just like all the other movies, it was the same in this movie. The relationship between Eddie and Venom, that was fun. I enjoyed it. And I wish they kind of also lean into the fact that Eddie and Venom love each other. They're in love. Even on the poster, it's like, till death do us part, which obviously is a symbiotic relationship. Yeah, if one host dies, the other die. Like one can't live without the other, obviously. But there's been a lot of teases throughout a lot of the movies that Venom and Eddie consider themselves in like a romantic relationship. And it's something like that happened in the comics. Like Eddie Brock calls the Venom symbiote my love. There was a moment in the comics that alluded to Eddie or the Venom symbiote giving Eddie Brock a blowjob. Like he tells the symbiote, because the symbiote, go and read the comic, but I forgot the name of the comic, but like Venom is like super horny, or Venom, both Eddie and Venom are super horny. I don't remember the whole thing, but the comic ends with Eddie Brock saying to Venom, watch the teeth. And then the comic ends basically saying that Venom gave him a blowjob. So like, they're clearly in love. And I'm just like, honestly, considering how bad these movies would be, these movies would be better for it if they just leaned into the romance element. Because otherwise, what are these movies about? What are you trying to tell with regards to the relationship between Eddie and Venom and just this movie in general? And then also, like I always say, my motto is make it gayer. Technically make it blacker, make it gayer. And even though Eddie and Venom aren't black, I mean, he is black, so I guess somewhat it works. But they're also like, something I always say, I'm tired of subtext, give me fucking text. So just make them gay if you're gonna hint to. Like there was that scene in Venom 2 where he like came out or whatever. Like it was just weird. And then also, not a spoiler, but there was a moment in this movie where Eddie and Venom saw a married couple, and Venom said, this could have been us if things were different. And Eddie Brock agreed. Clearly they're in love. But yeah, this movie was terrible. I don't even know what else to say. Like, I can't even say they at least had good CGI. There were moments that the CGI was bad. And then also, they did all of this work to introduce the threat of Null, the god of the symbiotes. And then that story with Null went absolutely nowhere. And I will say again, because I have to do this. Okay, very slight spoiler. This is the only spoiler that I'm going to talk about in the movie. But I have to tell you this to just show how ridiculously unserious in a bad way this movie is. So Null sends these like dog type agents, they're like symbiote killers, to go after Eddie and Venom. And Venom tells Eddie that he can't transform. The moment he comes out and takes over Eddie and fully becomes Venom, this symbiote dog thing can see him and knows exactly where he is. And so because of that, he can't come out. He won't be able to protect Eddie fully. He could come out just a little bit, but he can't take the full form of Venom. Otherwise, that thing will find them and kill them. So that's the urgency and the threat that they set in this movie. So you're just like, oh my God, like what are they gonna do? How is he gonna help? But then there's a certain moment in the movie that they throw all of that away just to have Venom come out and do a dance sequence. And I'm just like, what happened? And then he's shocked that the demon was able to find him. And I'm just like, didn't we just establish like a couple scenes ago earlier in the movie that you can't come out because this thing was going to find you and kill you, but yet you have time to have a dance number? And then it's not like he was like, let me dance real quick and let's go. There was a whole sequence in this movie that was just the dance sequence. Again, I get the movie is called The Last Dance. It was stupid. And that's exactly what this entire movie was. It was stupid. Even No, I would say No was in this movie for maybe like 2 minutes. So I was like, what was the point of even introducing this character when he barely played a role in the movie? Like, you could have teased him maybe, but then also why even tease him? Because supposedly this is the last Venom movie according to Tom Hardy. I guess maybe depending on how much money this movie makes. But there's also rumors that they want Venom to, but then there's also rumors that they like want Venom and Null to appear in the MCU for like Spider-Man 4 and Battle. Like Sony is really pushing for Spider-Man 4 to be another multiverse movie, but Marvel is like, no, we want it to be a stand. So like I heard there's rumors of Marvel and Sony clashing because No Way Home made them a lot of money. So they're like, wait, let's do it again. Let's have Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield show up again. And it's like, if you do that, you like get rid of the novelty of it. Like, yeah, do I want to see Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire back? But not now. Not in the next Spider-Man movie. But there's rumors that's what they want. And then there are 2 post-credit scenes in this movie. Both of them were stupid. Like, there was nothing redeemable about this movie other than the chemistry and relationship of Eddie Brock and Venom. Chiwetel Ejiofor was in this movie. They had other people show up in this movie, and like these characters were just wasted. Like, this movie was a waste. Like, this Venom series, like, but I will say, because like I said, I think in the intro of this movie, I did enjoy this movie, or maybe I did, maybe I said it in the intro, I don't remember, but if I didn't say it, because I don't remember what I said, I'm old, but like, I will say, despite me saying this movie was trash and me wearing the robe, another redeeming and positive quality is this movie was better than the second Venom, which isn't saying much, but I did enjoy this movie more than Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage. That movie, like, I would wear 3 robes for Let There Be Carnage. So at least there's that. And I also enjoyed this movie, to compare it to another Sony movie, I enjoyed this movie more than Morbius. I haven't seen Madam Web. I still to this day have, even though I know it's on Netflix, I should watch it because people said it's so bad, but I haven't seen Madam Web. But somebody else that I know that was at the premiere said, if Madam Web is the worst thing Sony's done, this movie is right under it. So there you go for somebody else's review. It's not as bad as Madam Web, but it's like right there. Like I said, I haven't seen Madam Web, so I can't comment. But I don't know, because I would put Morbius, granted, like I said, I haven't seen Madam Web, but I would put Morbius as like one of the worst Sony movies that I've seen, but you know, and then of course Let There Be Carnage. But yeah, that's what I thought about the Venom Last Dance movie. Are you excited or interested in checking out Venom Last Dance? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below, or if you happen to go see this movie when it actually comes out, come back here and let me know your thoughts. Also, if you can, if this is one of your first time checking out one of my videos, hopefully check out the other videos on my channel. If you like what you see, hit that follow button. And also make sure you hit that like button. It'll really help with the YouTube algorithm, getting this video out there, getting my channel out there. Watch for the watch time, like, share, comment, interact for the all gay rhythm. Tell your friends, families, and neighbors about my channel to help me continue to grow, and hit that bell notification button so you're alerted every single time I post a new video. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.